We're going to go over a new solution to the Zappychat migration that everybody's going through. And again, this is another solution, another way to look at things. I was an avid Zappychat user. I had built tons of bots and different automations for all my bots. And, migration was getting a little tough because I had so many bots built and I had to rebuild all from scratch. So as you all know, I always look for different solutions to making things a little bit easier, especially in the automations game. And I reached out to some of my friends to see if there was an easier way to do this. And lo and behold, as you all know, I have a lot of friends in this automation space. Mike, who we've had on the show before, the owner of Everbots, I reached out to him and he's like, oh, I got the perfect solution for you and it'll take 5 minutes to implement. So you can only imagine my expression and my thank and my gratitude where he basically said that. And I said, oh, I'm completely on board. So what I want to do for everybody here, for anybody that's going through the Zappychat migration, and you built these awesome bots and you're having a really hard time migrating, I want to offer you a different solution for the current bots you have right now that I think might be a little favorable depending on your situation. Now, this might not be the solution for everybody, but if you're getting trouble with the migration, it's really kind of hurting you and you're struggling through it and you want a quick, easy fix solution, I wanted to bring on Mike so he can show you his solution that he came up with that we're actually utilizing for ourselves. Now, again, you all know by now, if I share anything on this show or anything else, it's usually something that I'm using, something that I'm doing, and I'm actively working with this and making sure that it's the possible and best solution that's out there. So without further ado, if you guys don't remember, Mike, the owner of our Everbots, the same person who helped build the voice AI bot that is currently working in my wife's spa, I brought him back on because he wanted to share his solution to the Zappychat migration, which I think is going to be a pretty viable solution for some of you out there. For others, cool. If you're going through it, it's going great. This doesn't apply to you, but for everybody else that's having a few challenges, this might be a really, really positive and great solution for you. So Mike, once again, thank you again for stopping by. I love when you stop on this channel. Last time you solved a pretty good AI voice issue with my wife's spa. And for anybody that wants to catch this video, we'll have it linked at the bottom. So make sure you check that if you want to kind of see Mike's genius and how he builds voice AI agents. So Mike, walk me through, kind of your solution and what you want to do when it comes to making the Zappychat migration very flawlessly smooth. I've kind of canvassed your overall idea of what your thoughts are on this.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me again. So yeah, I created a quick fix. It took me about 5 minutes to make this transition. I think anybody that's watching this video will have a free guide where you can do it yourself and we can help too. We'll have an option for you, but it shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes to, I don't even think it would take a full hour for your first time and then probably like a 5 minutes for all of your other sub counts if you have them. So yeah, love to jump in. So what I'll do is I'll share my screen, show you a conversation, look very familiar to any of you Zappychat customers. And so you'll see this, we have question, started it, how can I help you? Asking about AI. And so here it goes, asking for my information, gets my information, then it's asking about appointments. And so then it books an appointment. So if we look at the contact record here, you'll see, now I have it blurred out, but you'll see we have first name, last name, email, and phone captured. You'll see that we have, oops, ignore the easy button stuff. I got some other cool stuff that just kind of prompted in there. Actually, I'm going to go allow to show this part. Refresh.
So for anybody that's kind of watching this, I kind of want to back it up a little bit. For anybody that was using Zappychat before, we all know that if you were using the chatbot and you were integrated with HighLevel, there's a bunch of automations that were associated with the AI. So what you had to do is you had to basically go in, you had to change a bunch of custom values, and you had all these pre-prompts that were there. So actually, Mike, can you go down a little bit on their left-hand side, all the automations that are usually involved with running Zappychat bots in here?
Yeah, I actually got it pulled up here. Oh, I guess, sorry, on the contact here. Yeah.
So normally, if you were running an integration with Zappychat and HighLevel, these are all basically the bots that would run in the backend that were all preset for you, that would automatically be prompted and things would happen and everything else, right? So definitely the build that you had out there. Now, this is the tough part because if you are migrating, you pretty much have to rebuild everything. So what we wanted to do is provide a solution where you didn't lose all the stuff you already worked on, but then just modified it. So if you were a Zappychat user, this will look very familiar to you because this is all what we all had to go through in order to make this work and integrate with HighLevel. So now you guys are seeing what a normal Zappychat user would see. Again, if you are one of those users.
Yeah, although there is one thing that's kind of missing here. So there's a send message to AI. This is AI 01. Like if you have this particular snapshot, that's the message that would send out to the AI. And then the 02, which you'll see never showed up here in the past automations. So it's not here, it's not active, is the response to contact. So that's actually, we look at our workflow. So my response to contact is in draft. And then this is the send message to AI. And you'll see the robot webhook skipped because there's no URL to send. So what that means is that this is running even though the Zappychat is not connected. So we're still able to use the same flows, capturing, if it's a lead or a customer. Here's a really cool thing too. So like in your prompts here, your call to action or your objectives, if you are doing that, lives within the contact record. So it's not tied to a bot, it's actually tied to the contact. So your unique objectives can stay the same if you have, more advanced flows and you want to have some really awesome capabilities. That's why Zappychat did the high level workflows, because they're so powerful. And so it's really a shame if anybody has to lose those. Like that's what's really cool with this. So going again in here, the Sim Assist AI, again, response to contact is completely empty. It updated the records. Oh, here's where you'll see AI status was off. Response is the field that Zappychat would pass over. And you can see this one's blank. And you see that our prompt is here. So again, it's updating the information based on the flows.
And these are all things that you would have preset if you had it already. So all the work that you've already done, you wouldn't have to redo again, because all of that is being held to the contact, not necessarily Zappychat itself. And Mike's going to show you, based on that, you now can connect it to Everbots, right? And then all you have to do is what? Just add a tag? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Mike?
So you just create our bot, and literally, so the only thing that's on our bot is, well, we have this field, or sorry, your OpenAI prompt. So I'm going to share my screen again. So you just have, so the bot is OpenAI prompt, and that's it. So it passes all the instructions that's linked to the contact, and then we have our tools to update all the details, everything that you need. It takes, again, less than 5 minutes to set up. We take out the webhooks and we replace it with connected assistant, and everything will run.
And again, to be clear, right? You were one of like the first Zappychat users. You were a trainer for them. You built a good portion of the systems, I should say, right? That ran Zappychat in the background. So you're talking to the guy that actually was heavily involved. And that's why, again, out of the circle of friends that I go to, Mike's always a good one because he has all this background in AI. So it's just a really good resource. Now, to be clear, this would require you to get like an Everbot account, but Mike is going to be putting together a deal for anybody migrating over that I think is going to be very favorable. But here's the cool part. You're not only getting the same functionality you had with Zappychat to an extent, right? But at the same time, you're also going to start picking up Everbots, which has one of the most advanced AI voice that you can do, among other things. And there's a lot of different things you can do. You can also do it as an agency, where you can get an agency account. And again, Mike will work with people going out of this because, again, being avid Zappychat users, we know the community, we know everything well. And again, this is just another solution for you to make the process a little bit easier. And again, giving you a little bit more of an upgrade, because now you get a really advanced voice AI on top of everything else that can do multi-calendar, that can do multi-language, which we saw, that it can switch to Spanish at any point in time or any other language. We even have now Italian users and people from different countries attempting this. And if you want to see that in action, click on the below this video and you'll see the ability to do that, right? Like, so on top of fixing, and a very quick, easy fix for the Zappychat migration, you now can upgrade and also get a really significant voice AI bot that I think will work incredibly well with any business. And again, if you guys want to see it live, using it for my wife's med spa, internally for our call systems, and now we're using with the majority of our clients, right? So be very smart in like how you want to do this. But Mike, you're offering a free guide, right? And the free guide is literally going through these steps, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, so you're going to get a free guide, which would also include an unlimited subscription, for a period of time that we're going to allow. So you make sure that everything's actually working, and if it makes sense for you, we're actually going to have a special pricing for Zappychat members. If you're like, hey, I only need chat right now, we're going to be able to honor that. So I know, situation for you guys, we want to make sure that you're taken care of. So we got all that locked down for you as well. And then also, because I was a preferred partner and I was kind of partly responsible for the speed to lead snapshot, which some people love, some people hate, I have some awesome add-ons, objectives, and different things that we can do. And I'll teach all of that as well as part of this, of how to make your AI that's just surgical precision and knows exactly what to do with all of your contacts, regardless of where they are in your, lead to sales to post-sale process. So again, hyper focused and surgical precision AI bots is what we can do with that.
And again, he's an expert. Like I mentioned before, you saw him build out one really quickly. He's helping me build out quite a few other ones. And Mike's also going to start, posting a lot of content on just getting out there and building some of these bots for you guys to see. He's already in some private groups that I'm also part of. And he's been showing people real estate bots and how to do a coaching bot and how to do Q&A bots and all this other stuff. So honestly, follow Mike along, making sure that you're kind of watching what he's doing. And more importantly, for anybody struggling with the Zappychat migration, I think this is going to be a really great solution for you. So again, again, just another option to what you have going on out there, just in case you're struggling. Again, if you're not, awesome, this isn't for you, skip this video, move on to the next one. But again, if you are, we are trying to provide a solution that we believe is very favorable. And again, I believe it's kind of an upgrade because again, you're getting access to that. And remember, just to be clear, I am not an affiliate for Mike. I do not get any money off of this. It's more just I want to ensure that people get into the right products and they have the right decisions. And I only really recommend 2 voice AIs outside of HighLevel's voice AI, and one of them is Mike's Everbots. And I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. So with any other questions that come through, we'll leave Mike's contact information that you can email. And then on top of the guide, download the guide, probably be the easiest bet. I'm pretty sure it's going to help you out. If not, just reach out to Mike's email for anybody kind of struggling, and he'll work some special pricing for you for your agencies, for the individual accounts that are out there. And hopefully this helps, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, Dana.